long-awaited and often delayed, Pikmin 3 marks the return of one of Nintendo's most lovably unusual creations. You are a squat little extraterrestrial who has crash-landed on an alien planet, discovering cheerfully subservient little plant people who follow you around, fight for you, and ultimately help you get home. Nostalgic, evocative, and clever, Pikmin 3 is a delight while it lasts, blending strategic thinking, exploration, and life-or-death struggles against extraordinary alien creatures. But it left me eager for more. There's a not entirely subtle environmental message running through Pikmin 3. Having burned through all the natural resources on their home planet, the inhabitants of Koppai send out a spacecraft to find a new planet, bring back food, and save the population. They find a new world that's irrepressibly verdant, full of rich greenery and huge plump fruits. It's brimming with life of all kinds, except conspicuously civilized life, the kind that would probably destroy it. Exploring Pikmin 3's beautifully organic, self-contained miniature landscapes reveals new fruits, odd trinkets, and dangerous wildlife. The creature design is extraordinary, blending the recognizably natural with the creatively alien. Most are beautiful, and all are dangerous. Unexpectedly for a game about being a space explorer, Pikmin 3 evokes a subtle, sweet nostalgia for its foreign world. Its miniaturized woodlands and ponds recall childhood autumns spent kicking through leaves, or summer afternoons digging through soil to find bugs in the garden. It's this familiarity that makes Pikmin 3 emotionally relatable, and the Pikmin themselves feel like more than units on the field. If they got chomped, drowned, or accidentally left behind at the end of the day for nocturnal predators to feast upon, I felt bad about it, like I'd let them down. The principles of Pikmin remain unchanged since its two GameCube predecessors. Throw the little guys at anything they can carry, and they'll heft it back to the ship for you. Throw them at other wildlife and they'll fight for their tiny lives. It's at once frenetic and strategic, a second-to-second action game that demands foresight, caution, and a certain spatial agility that develops as you play, keeping map layouts, potential threats, and the whereabouts of different groups of busy Pikmin in your head all at once. The teasing cleverness of Pikmin's level design is consistently rewarding. When you first encounter a crash site, it's cleverly sectioned off by impassable rivulets of water or electrified gates. But if you explore a little and meet new types of Pikmin, then return with a more varied team, these obstacles fall in your path, and more fruits and treasures come within your reach. There is one significant change to the Pikmin formula. You're actually 3 squat little extraterrestrials this time, not 1. The Wii U gamepad displays an unusually useful map, and scrolling across it you can order 2 members of your team to different places while you take direct control of the other. Other than that, the gamepad doesn't get much specific use apart from this unintentionally terrifying first-person view. You'd think that this would significantly change how Pikmin 3 plays, but it doesn't really. There are obvious 3-person puzzles, but most of the time I found myself wandering around in one giant crowd, rather than trying to take care of 3 squads at once. Often I'd send a group off somewhere on its own, only to find that half my Pikmin had been eaten by an unexpected predator during the journey. What it does change is how you have to manage your time. With 3 squads you can get more accomplished before the shadows lengthen and night calls you back to the spaceship. It's only in battles against the biggest, most impressive creatures that Pikmin 3's few control shortcomings become obvious. There's a lock-on, but it's a little unreliable. Pikmin aren't enormously smart, and unless you aim them precisely, they'll stand still and wait to be stamped upon or munched. Precise aiming is more difficult with the Wii U's control stick than with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, but without the gamepad map you're at a gigantic disadvantage. That control disparity also unbalances the otherwise excellent competitive multiplayer. In a mode where you have to check fruit and objects off a bingo card to win, whichever player has the gamepad has a massive advantage because they can see exactly where all those fruits are located. Pikmin 3's gentle difficulty mitigates these frustrations for the great majority of the time, but it ended long before I was ready. Its worlds are gorgeous and intriguing, but there are only 4 of them before the dramatic final scenario intrudes upon your exploration. The real challenge lies in the missions, little self-contained levels designed to really test your capabilities either alone or with a friend. They're strategic, frenetic, and clever, and they force you to make full use of all 3 space people, and even more different types of Pikmin than appear during the main adventure. Pikmin 3 is a delight. There's nothing else like its gentle combination of exploration, strategy, and discovery. It transports you like few other games can, making you feel like a stranger in a strange but oddly familiar world. It's over too soon, but it leaves a lasting impression. For more on Pikmin, stay with us at IGN.